Welcome back to Charlotte's channel.
We're going to do a say it or short. I feel like I haven't sat down and done a video like this in ages because I just do vlogs really, so feeling kind of shy, but we were watching loads of old school YouTube videos earlier and we were like, we want to film a say it or short here, so that's how we're here, even though we're both quite mentally ill at the minute, so I'm really sure this is the best idea and we wouldn't advise or recommend it if you are feeling like this.
I think it's because we're like, so this morning I wasn't supposed to be here today. This was an SOS, please, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a jump on the train to London.
Please help me.
But I just think because our humour's quite dark, I think we kind of rock together and we like makes us feel better when we're just like
and we laugh about our
misfortune,
dead
relatives and like
things like that,
and things like that,
and our health. We've got some stunning tequila rum.
I can't remember the last time I like got drunk with you. So well, hopefully we won't be drunk.
Yeah, who knows? Hopefully we'll spill some tea. So we put like anonymous links, so we'll open that up. Oh wow, we've got some. Oh, oh, there's some good ones. The most rude content creator you've ever met at an event.
Do you have one?
Rude.
I've heard stories. I've met this person and had an okay experience, but the people around them I really liked, but that person in particular I've heard bad things about, but I can't say their name. But I'm gonna say no. I have loads of people in mind, like food influencers, and like I just can't.
Yeah, I think there's one overarching one actually. Can you say it aloud? Yeah, true. I can't think of anyone specific off the top of my head that I have met that is rude, like that I have seen rude at an event. But again, like I've heard stories, or I've not really gelled with people at like events.
Yeah.
And I've learned to like not go to places where I feel uncomfortable like that.
Yeah.
Around people who aren't very like humble and nice, or that you're grateful to be there, you know, like.
Or you know that chat shit about you behind your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the whole, I would say that me and Charlotte have had very pleasant experiences in the industry.
Yeah. I'm really jealous of this shot glass.
Why are you jealous? Because you wish that was you?
Yeah.
I got this Charlotte this when I went to Budapest.
How adorable.
It's a little heart. Do you want the death one?
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised by that. Oh. I love the way this is served to me. It's like every shot is like a real experience. Literally milkshake.
It's lovely. It's just when you start having a lot, it starts like a little claggy in your mouth. Oh, by the way, we're like in rot mode, hence the hair masks.
Oh yeah.
We're like semi-pampered, semi-rot. That's why I don't really look very nice.
My hair's like actually crispy underneath here. What's the worst PR event you've ever attended? I can actually answer this one.
Go for it. I need to think. There's definitely going to be one.
So back in the day, like when we first started doing Instagram, there was like several apps that you could download as creators, and you would like basically apply to go to an event. And so when we were like in uni, sorry I keep saying like, when we were in uni, I think I was with Harriet, I can't remember. We went to this event that was in a hotel room, and it was like a startup brand, but the vibes were so weird. And they rented out this hotel room, and we walked in, and it was like just this friendship group. They had, you know, little things you put on top of cocktails, those sugar paper. By the time we turned up, everything was like ripped, and all their like papers were like ripped, and there was like a photo booth in the bath. And I felt like I was low-key being invited to a sex ring. Like it was a bit weird. So I think that's probably my worst one, because I just used to go to anything. Like any invites I had, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. Whereas now I don't really think I've had like that bad experience.
No. This, a few years ago, when we went to Box Park.
When you said you got spiked?
No. You know when they did
oh my god.
Yeah, we tried to go to an event at Box Park Wembley, and the staff were being so horrible.
Like bad.
And they wouldn't let us inside the venue.
No.
We were like showing them emails and giving them the number of the people who had invited us to go in. I think it was to review like a bottomless brunch situation. We were standing waiting for like approval for like 45 minutes.
Oh,
it was like,
my God,
it was just really uncomfortable and weird, because we'd obviously made our way there to do it.
Wembley's far.
Yeah. So probably something like that. But I guess that's not an event as such. It's more of like an experience. I don't know. That's just what sprung to mind.
Yeah, there'll be instances in this industry where you go to an event and the people actually working at the venue have no idea that you've been invited.
Which is, it's so fair. It's so fair them not knowing, but it was then the way we were treated afterwards.
Yeah,
like when we were allowed in, we weren't making a fuss or anything. We were just like,
No.
oh, here's the like messages that we got invited. Here's the number to call the agency who
Yeah.
invited us. Da, da, da. We were absolutely fine. And then we just got like some weird, horrible, rude stuff.
And we had like quite a few people to invite as well. So there's literally, I feel like 7 of us. There was like a big group of us, and we were all just sat there like.
We just felt a bit uncomfortable and embarrassed and
You
weird.
should be here. Yeah, weird one.
So maybe that. Are you single or taken?
Are you?
Big news. No, I'm taken.
I'm single. From the drafts, all still friends.
So we used to have a podcast. There was 5 of us.
There's genuinely no beef there at all.
We just all do different things now, really. There's no. I don't dislike anyone or anything.
Absolutely not.
Like Amy's moved up north.
Yeah, I literally just went travelling.
Harriet's moved up north.
Yeah, and I'm
London.
so happy for Harriet that she's like moved in with her boyfriend as well. Like the fact that like 2 of our best friends have like moved in with their partners, and I just think naturally when you're an adult, like
Yeah, things drift and things change.
And also like we were so close as a group when Charlotte and Carrie
Everyone
lived
was in
together.
London.
Yeah, we were all in London. We would literally do everything together. We were at the height of our like Instagram. Like I was. You're smashing it, but like we'd like do everything together.
Yeah.
So I get PTSD if I listen to the podcast just because I used to just run my mouth. Like why did I chat that much?
I do like podcasts because I feel like I have no filter. Like
Yes.
I don't really on my YouTube, to be fair. I think it's the long form content. I feel like I'm just chatting to myself, or like only a few people will see it. No beef.
No beef.
How do you get over an ex? I'll pass this over to you.
Why don't you answer this one?
Because I don't have an ex, really.
People probably give advice.
How do I get over an ex?
Block them and don't let them speak to you when they're with someone new. That's my advice.
I think find something else in your life that brings you joy
Yeah.
and happiness, because I think when you're in a relationship you become a bit codependent, like naturally. So finding other things in your life that bring you joy, and maybe things that you might have like left behind when you were in a
100%.
relationship.
Yeah, I think when your heart's broken, because you don't like the thought of not being with that person, you'll like cling on to any version of them you can get, and actually like being friends or being civil is actually sometimes the worst thing, because you're not going to get over them if you're still hearing about their life. Like you're still, you know, you're not going to actually be single unless you do your own thing. So that's
I feel like you have to just fully cut ties.
How did your mum die?
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Sure.
You get a shot. I'm so sorry. I'm trying not. I look like such a bad friend laughing as you're saying, how did my mum die?
Do you want to answer it? You're going to do a shot unless you want to answer it.
Okay, true. Sorry, I went a bit hard on my shot.
Right? Answer it at some point, not now.
Is there a reason? This is not the video.
No, I don't actually care if this is the video. I think it's very complex.
Are you still sort of like processing it, maybe?
That, and do you know what? When I'm ready to talk about it, I'll do it on Charlotte's podcast, because I like love Charlotte's podcast so much. But I think if it wasn't a terminal illness and it wasn't an addiction, so like I think it's quite hard to speak about something that's got layers and like isn't just black and white, because like if I could be like, oh, she had cancer, obviously it doesn't make it better, but like at least I could be like, oh, cancer.
It's kind of like a solid conclusion.
Yeah, whereas being like, well, actually, if we get into the like, because there's no, do you know what I mean?
I've always been curious about management. Do you recommend it? I'm happy to answer this. I feel like it's not that beefy. Like there's part of me that I always love being in control of things, that I think I still love, like I think I could be without management, but I love my manager Tash, and I love having that relationship and sort of like human connection when I'm spending all of my time at home alone. You know, like I like being able to go to the office or bounce ideas off someone, and being able to trust someone who is your manager, I think is really important. But there are massive horror stories with management too, so I feel like you really have to like vet them out and speak to people who are on the management, like if you are looking to do that in the sort of like creative space. How about you?
It's like you ask a question at the end of that. I agree with what Charlotte said. I think if you're with the right management, it's an incredible thing. Like if I would really benefit from a manager right now, because I'm trying to start my business, so like I don't have time for outreach, and I get really bad imposter syndrome with like money and stuff. So I think if someone else could pitch for me, I used to have a manager who was through a different talent management, and she was incredible. But I think the industry now is primarily kind of on TikTok, and like the larger creators that are getting a lot more of like the money and stuff. So I think agencies now are usually centered around that. And smaller agencies, I would just say, don't just be with an agency because you want to be with an agency.
Yeah, because even though it might look good, like sometimes it is good to have that authority, especially when you've got like delayed payments or things like that. They can go with a good message and email to sort of like say, if you don't pay by this time, the repercussions sort of thing. Yeah, don't do it just to be like, I've got an agent or I've got a management, because there are really bad ones out there.
Yeah, if somebody's just managing your inbox, that's not management. That's my opinion.
Yeah, like they need to, for me especially, like they need to be doing the outreach or like finding connections that I didn't already have prior to being with them.
Yeah, and offering things that aren't just paid. Like a good manager will also give you like gifted opportunities. What Charlotte said basically about her management, they're amazing. And with my manager, she was also amazing. So
yeah,
but horror stories, they're a thing.
Definitely.
I think there's room in the media sphere for a proper documentary that looked into talent management agencies.
Oh god, absolutely, that'd be amazing.
Especially micro influencers and how like they can be taken advantage of.
Yeah, like snapped up when they're like small and just on the rise and like growing. Snapped up before they know any information about brand deals and partnerships. Yeah, they get scammed basically by their agencies.
A few years ago, these stories that I heard about TikTokers, how little these TikTokers were making when they had hundreds and thousands of followers. If you just started in this and you just got lucky, then of course you're not going to necessarily know. But like, yeah, there's managers that I look at, like GK Barry's manager, and I'm like, you are a boss ass bitch.
Yeah,
what a dream.
Yeah, same with like Molly May. And I like there's a bit of advicey rather than just dirty say it or short emotions. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know anybody that has bought their followers? And you've got to say their name.
Absolutely not. It's me.
It's me.
Imagine.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a shop there as well.
Also, sorry, who has the money to spend? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, the ROI.
Yeah, I can't be doing that.
I can't say the name.
Can't be doing that.
Names.
Have you ever been in a secret relationship? For me, like I used to have a lot of boyfriends at school before I was of Aiden.
Yeah, I actually feel like people probably don't know about that.
Yeah, because I technically only say that I've been in one relationship because I've only been in one serious relationship with Aiden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From year 9, like I can't really say like they were all serious before that. But I used to just love, I think, boy attention when I was at school or something.
I was gonna say who didn't.
Or just any, I don't really know. Any attention. I guess I had my period when I was 9, guys. Do you know what I mean? I hit puberty
that
early.
Is fucking mental.
Do you know what I mean? That is why. I was about to go play my basketball game and I was like, Dad, there's blood in my...
So did you not know what it was?
I didn't know what it was because periods hadn't been taught in schools in year 5.
At least you were like young enough to not know about it.
Yeah, to be fair, like me and my dad are really like very transparent and don't really care about our bodies, whereas like my mum and my brother are more conservative, I think, with theirs. So I was like, Dad, like I'm not really sure what's going on, because it was obviously like brown rather than period blood at the beginning. And then he basically called my mum and she'd prepared like sanitary products like for when I started, so he went and found them and like gave it to me, and I literally had no idea what to... I was like, the fuck?
As a mum, it must be like a bit of a shock if your child starts that early.
Yeah.
Did your mum start that early?
I don't think so. I think hers was probably like 12, 13 maybe. I just whacked in my little thing and went and played my basketball game.
Slay.
I know, and I was like, I went to my friend because she'd started the week before, like we were the only 2 that had started early. I was like, I've started my period. And that's the only reason I kind of knew about it, because she'd started the week before.
Wow, that is young. I remember so vividly starting mine before school, and when I got to school, going to my friend, I need to take you to the playground. And like I sat down out on the bench and I went, I've started. And it was like such a big thing. She's like, oh my god, and I'm like, I know, I've started. Don't tell anyone.
How old were you then?
Kind of old. I was probably like 13, 14.
Yeah, I think one of my friends was 14 and she was like, I really need to be on my, like, get my period. I was like, you really don't. Like, I was like, I swear to God, like, you actually don't need that.
like a 30-year-old.
I'm begging you.
Don't make life go so fast. Stay young while you can.
For sure. But I think it's like 13 is when I started getting my pain. I was like, I don't think you maybe want this.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, that is so young. So you were like,
anyway,
boys.
Anyway, yeah, so I went into boys, like really early, I think.
It was was not that confident. I had my first kiss when I was 15 and I was scared.
I don't know why, because I'm so introverted now. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You're not introverted.
Do you not think?
No, you're just in a relationship. You're not introverted
Do you not
at
think?
all.
I obviously have extroverted elements, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this, I don't think, like social media. But I think like I think for me introverted is like I get my energy back by being alone, whereas like extroverted is like you need other people to get your energy back.
But I think if you were single and you were out drinking more, because you naturally would.
Yeah.
Like when you're drunk, you're so funny. Or when I think about you drunk, if you were out all the time drunk and single, you probably would be a bit more like,
yeah. True, but I wasn't at that age.
Yeah.
But you were drinking? No, I wasn't drinking at that age is what I'm saying. Like, so weird that I was so confident, but I clearly was. So I'm thinking probably been in like relationships where I haven't told. But what does secret mean? Because I think people at school would have known, but like I wouldn't have bothered to tell my parents because I was scared. You know what I mean? Is that like, secret though? Like,
I feel like that's like secret to them, but I guess you could view it a different way.
Because it's not really like, it's not very serious, is it? Like a serious secret relationship like in your 20s is like kind of deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you? What's your experience?
I haven't really, I think like obviously when I was with my ex, like I was in a relationship with a girl and no one knew online for a bit. But like since her, I've like definitely like situationships, I guess, since my ex, and like there's posts on my Instagram from dates and stuff, but like no one would know that that was a date kind of thing. So I guess, but like not a relationship. I'm single. Why do you do less sex content now?
Oh, do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Less sex.
Do you feel like you do less sex content now?
Yeah, because I can't have it because my period pains. That's why. Sorry. Yeah, no, I actually can't have sex that much because my period pains now, like my endometriosis is fucking up my life. So that could be a reason why no. I don't really talk that much about sex, maybe more like sex toys and stuff.
I was gonna say, what about outside wanks?
Outside, what do you mean? Sorry? Outside wanks?
So like, with your endometriosis, sorry, this is actually just a
oh, sorry, yeah, oh, you mean like,
clitoral
yeah,
wanks.
that's fine. Yeah.
But I think we went through a point where we were like from the drafts era, I spoke about sex every day on my Instagram. And I know now in reflection that was partially me overcompensating for my sexuality. Like I was definitely like, fucking boys, yeah, fuck, and like I was fucking boys, but and a lot of them, but it's because I was trying to, with my ADHD and stuff, I think I was like, not sex addiction, but like having a lot of sex as part of ADHD, it's a symptom, and not for everyone, but for me. And I think I was, because I was obviously struggling with my sexuality a bit, just more of a free spirit then. And so I would still speak about sex now, but I just think my sex life is different now. Like the sex I have now, I'm having sex because I'm a gay girl with less people, but more often with those people. And like when I was in a relationship, I naturally dropped off speaking about sex because I don't think she would have been comfortable with me talking about it online. Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of makes it more difficult. I think I'm more comfortable talking about like self-pleasure and orgasms and things like that. Whereas like, it's a bit weird of me just talking about mine and Aiden's sex life because we've been together so long. It's like also airing his stuff when he's got his own like professional job and things like that. So it's like, I don't really see the need in it. I'll talk to people about it just so openly in person, but I just don't really see the need to put it on the internet, I guess, as much. Interesting, isn't it? Because like I saw Billie Eilish like posted, did you see her thing when she was like, I realised that's
in a pussy.
Like me, literally me, like I fucking love giving head with girls, right? I would still talk about that online, but if I was with somebody, I think I wouldn't want my sex, and also I think I'm still exploring my gay sex life, so just probably wouldn't post that online as much anyway. But I'm not anti it, and I would be so pro working with sex brands still and stuff. Yeah. I hate when people have stigma around that. Yeah, when people judge other people. It's so embarrassing when people talk about sex toys. It's like, I think it's embarrassing that you think it's embarrassing talking about self-pleasure and making yourself feel good. It comes from shame, in my opinion. It comes from your own, if you feel it is shameful, then you're more likely to judge me. But if you're accepting that it's a normal thing, like we just are different people. It's like people that are religious and people aren't. As in, if you think that if you're not sex positive, I am, and that's like something I really strongly believe in, that like sex is healthy, normal, we should be having a lot of sex, we should be having good sex, we're just not the same people. If we're not talking about it, we're gonna be having bad sex, and we don't want that. Do you know what I mean? And like sex which is unsafe, Oh my god, the amount of girls I know that like just didn't have an orgasm for fucking ages.
Yeah.
Because
they just thought that what they were dealing with was normal.
Yeah, or like, oh, my boyfriend just can't, or like, he you know, he comes, so it's fine. I'm like,
yeah. And using sex toys with partners as well, I think I'm like really passionate about, because I think a lot of people think, oh, like there's a stigma around like having sex toys and being single and stuff as well, and like you can only use it when you're single or on your own or whatever, when you can actually use it
in the bedroom with your partner.
I feel like we answered that pretty
well. We love that one.
We love that one. Where was the most recent place you got freaky? Who sent that in? That's so random.
Am I blushing? I literally feel like I'm the same colour.
Where's the recent place I got freaky?
On
holiday. Oh yeah. Yeah, on holiday.
Oh.
Literally, and then I came on my period that night. Well, my eternal period that lasted for 3 weeks, so maybe induced that.
Yeah, honestly, happy for you. Mine was too, I just can't say.
So I was just in a Airbnb bed, so there's nothing crazy. I thought it was a freaky place, and then I realised it was the most place to be. I didn't read it though.
Oh my god,
is it bad?
So brutal. If you could secretly delete one person's social media account forever so they can't get them back, who would it be?
Because even if we don't like consuming their content,
I don't want their job gone forever.
Yeah, it's like their job and all of their like hard work to get to that point.
Andrew Tate.
Ah, great answer.
Just a
great cop answer that I'm also using.
How many people have you slept with?
One. Are you shotting?
Can I say my female one?
Yeah. So you do a half shot.
5. I do a half shot.
It's quite blurred. Most money you've made from a brand deal?
You go first.
That I've actually been worked and been paid for, £8,000, which is pretty crazy. Which I have actually just shared on another podcast, so I don't feel too bad. How about you?
3.5. It's the ongoing campaigns that give you the money.
Yeah, that wasn't for one solid thing for me either. Mine was for a panel and an Instagram feed post with boosting.
I love that you're telling. I love the actual
details. Yeah.
Mine was for content over like
a few months,
like a 3-month campaign.
Bit
shorter than 3 months, 2.5 months. Brand that I literally always wanted to work with. Might get back in touch with them. What happened in your last naughty dream and with who?
I don't really have any naughty dreams anymore. I think the most recent one will have something to do with the books I've been reading. I genuinely, like, it's really fucking weird. I'm reading the Akatar series, if anyone else has read it, and I'm starting to find like fairies and people with wings attractive, which is so
yeah, like, ethereal vibe.
Yeah, but like it's when you like touch someone's wing, they like get wet and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can see where people like the fairy porn.
Fairy porn. Should we watch some tonight? See what it's like?
How about you?
Mine was about somebody I'm dating.
That's lovely.
Thanks.
That's so nice. The most annoying brand that you've ever worked with?
Laundry.
Oh yeah.
Basically, they were paying me to do some content, and they brought over like the bags for me to put my laundry in, so I filled them up. And then it turns out that they were like,
sorry,
you owe us money. And I was like, how do I owe you money? Because you're paying me. And they said that my laundry cost more than I went over what they said I could have, which they didn't say anything. And it was over what they were paying me.
The amount of laundry you sent them. Sounds like you filled up a whole van, do you know what I mean? By the way they worded it.
Oh no, divergent. Oh, yeah, I've never worked with them again.
I'm shotting because I really like the brand, like I like the products that they produce, but I just...
Good response to that one.
Well, I hope that was enjoyable. How drunk do you feel out of 10?
I feel like really mellow.
Yeah.
I feel really lovely, like I just want a glass of red wine now.
Yeah. We can have one. I've got more.
Yeah, that was really lovely, and I really miss YouTube.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I actually made me want to film like advice videos, even though I would never take I would never probably take advice.
You're the best person for advice.
Do you think? Yeah, I think I give good advice, I just never take good advice.
That's true, and the same here.
Yeah.
But that's why we need each other.
Yeah.
And also I miss doing this.
Yeah.
It's like really if you miss fun. It too.
Yeah. What a fun thing to do on a Saturday night. We're just having so much fun.
Imagine if we just like went clubbing.
Without two hair.
I can't even explain how
so
like
hard.
I know. I just feel so grateful to be here, to be honest. And just keep giving this girl love.
Right back at you, babe. Love ya.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.